All right, everybody, welcome. Take a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Put your hands to rest. Without over-efforting, try to sit up straight, pressing your bottom down and your crown up. Fit your tongue to the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw. Relax your eyes and your inner ears. Become aware of your breathing. Just your natural breath moving in your abdomen and through your nose. Is one nostril more dominant than the other? That's pretty normal. About every 75 to 90 minutes, we switch nostril dominance, which also indicates switching hemispheres of the brain dominance. Feel the physical body as solid as the earth beneath it. Inside of the physical body, not as solid or dense as the physical body, but still having shape and form, the energy body flows under the skin like water, carrying all the sensations to and from your brain, everything you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you feel. Your emotions move in this energy body, flowing like water. More subtle than your energy body is your mind, which burns like fire. Mind being the collection of your senses and your memories of your previous experiences. More subtle than the mind is the intellect through which you interpret the mind. This is as subtle as the air that's moving through your nose. And just as intelligent is the prana that's in the air that you're breathing. If we just go one more layer subtler, we come to the one that's known as the witness, the bliss body, the one that watches everything, unaffected, constant. The only thing more subtle than that is unembodied consciousness itself. All of these layers from subtle to gross are the integrated whole that makes up what you call you. With our intellect and our awareness, let's step into the process of our breath. Breathing in and out and counting to 5. The first time I want you to blow out your belly as big as you can, like a balloon. Go ahead. And out. All right, now kind of hold your belly in place so it doesn't move. And your rib cage will expand left to right. Breathe in. And out. Let the air lift your chest up to your chin. Breathe in. And out. Bring your left hand to your right knee, just a nice gentle twist. Breathe into your waist. And exhale back to center. Right hand to left knee. Breathe into the waist. And back to center. Arms up, palms front, elbows bent 90 degrees. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and breathe in. And out. Turn your palms in, reach your arms up, breathe in. Exhale and bring your palms together at your chest. With your left hand, bring your thumb and first finger together and rest that in your lap. And with your right hand, place your right thumb on your right nostril and your first 2 fingers on the middle of your forehead. Breathe in and out your left nostril once. Close your left nostril with your ring and little finger, briefly pinching the nose shut. Open the right nostril, breathe in and out. Right now, ideally, we want the air moving through both nostrils equally, indicating both sides of the brain are functioning. Okay, so breathe in the left. Briefly pinch the nose shut, breathe out the right. In the right. Pinch, and out the left. All right, so what we're doing is we're using the physical body to affect the mental body, going from gross to subtle. Very good. One more time, both sides. All right, then give your nose a little wiggle and try to breathe in through both equally. And out through both evenly. Inhale, open your eyes. If you're sitting on anything, you can set that aside. Extend both legs out in front of you. Feet hips width distance apart, feet flat, bend your knees. Place your hands on the mat. Lift your chest, lift your chin, take the breath in. Let it out. Push your bum down and reach your arms up. Breathe in. Fold forward and breathe out. Chest forward, breathe in. Wiggle your bum back, breathe out. Top of your head forward, breathe in. Lower your head. Inhale, lengthen any way you can. Exhale, use that length to fold deeper. One more round. Inhale, length. Exhale all the way down. Rise back up. Step your right leg over your left. You can keep your left leg straight or you can bend it too. But keep your right foot flat as best you can. Taking a deeper twist now, wrap your left arm around your knee and squeeze, twisting to the right. You could also put your right hand on the floor and slip your left elbow past your thigh. Use your eyes to pull yourself around as far as you can. And then exhale back to center. Inhale, switch legs. Exhale and twist to the left. Sit up straight. And rotate. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more in. And exhale back to center again. Both legs straight, legs together, point your toes. Lean back onto your hands. So your hands are under your shoulders, fingers pointed forward. Relax your head back, and then lift your hips into reverse plank. We're not going to be here long, but if you do want to take reverse tabletop and bend your knees, you can do that. That's fine. Just keep your head back and push your hands into the mat. Take one more breath in. And then sit back down and breathe out. Fold your legs and breathe in. Roll over your legs and breathe out. Inhale, cow, belly down, look forward. Exhale, cat, pull your belly in, push your back toward the ceiling. Cow again. Curl your toes under. Cat, untuck your toes. One more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cats. Inhale to a neutral back. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your right knee and flip your foot over. Flip it back over and straighten your leg. Bend your left knee. And straighten it. Lift your heels up. Turn them out and push them back down. High plank. Bring your shoulders over your hands. Push your hands into the floor. Tighten up your belly. And push your heels back. Take the breath in. And exhale back to down dog again. Inhale, bend both knees. Stretch your toes and the soles of your feet. Straighten your legs. High plank. Feet together. Left arm high, side plank. For 3, 2, back to high plank. Right arm high, breathe in. Push into the floor, breathe out. 2 more, in. Out. 1 more. Both hands on the floor. Shift forward and breathe in. Bend your elbows slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, floor. Sphinx pose. Prop yourself up on your elbows. Make sure your elbows are under your shoulders and not way back here. Okay? You can have 2 fists or you can do palms flat. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Engage your legs. Lay back down. Push up to tabletop. Press back to downward dog. Bend both knees. Straighten your legs. Lift your heels up. Walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Push your bum back. Press the top of your head forward. Pull your belly in. With a straight spine, stand up and breathe in. Lift your arms out and up, making a big circle. Finish the circle, bring your palms together. But then if you'd rather take your right wrist, go for it. Right? Go up and breathe in. Lean to the left and breathe out. Center. And over to the right. Center. Hands behind your head. Pull your elbows back and lift your chin. Keep breathing. In. Out. Arms out wide. Palms face the sky. Lift your heels and squeeze your leg muscles. Hold and take a breath in. Bring your heels down and your arms behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chin. Fold forward with an open chest. Bend your knees, relax your neck. Lift your arms as high as you can. Release your hands to the mat. Inhale, flat back. Hands on the mat, step back, high plank. Shift forward onto your tiptoes. Bring your knees, chin, and chest to the mat. Push your tailbone up and hug your elbows in. Slide forward into cobra. Put your hips down and lift your breastbone. Tops of the feet flat. Push your diaphragm out and squeeze your back. Lay back down. Breathe out. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out and turn your palms up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows toward the front of your mat, bringing your hands to the back of your neck or between your shoulder blades. Push your elbows forward and sink your bum back. Breathe into the back edges of your armpits. Bring your hands back to the floor. Drag your arms down by your side and grab your heels. Lift up to kneeling. You can place your hands on your thighs, or you can recline. Lean back onto your hands and relax your head back. If you're reclining, maybe push your hips up toward the ceiling. 3, 2, sit back down and rise back up. Come all the way to tabletop. Curl your toes under and return to downward dog. Breathe in. Exhale and bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Stack your right hip on top of your left. And bending your right knee, think like you're going to touch the ball of your foot to the back of your head. And then step into a lunge. Bring your right foot to your thumb. Put your left knee down. And lift your arms up. Sink your hips into it. Lift your rib cage to lengthen your spine. And then lean back from your tailbone. Hands to the mat. Step forward and bow, breathing out. Stand up. Arms up. Hips forward, lean back. Fold at your hips. Bend your knees. Grab your legs and squeeze. Flat back, hips back, head forward. Left foot back to a lunge. Left knee down, arms up. Hands to the mat, right foot back, high plank. Tiptoes, breathe in. Knees, chin, chest. Empty your breath. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. Exhale, feet together. Left leg up. Open up. Bend your knee, touch the ball of your foot to the back of your head. Take a deep breath. Lunge, left foot, left thumb. Right knee down, arms up. Breathe out. In. Out. Take one more. Hands on the floor. Step forward and bow. All the air out. Rise up. Arms up. Back bend as much as you can. Fold forward and round in. Head to shins. Flat back. Chest open. Right foot back to the lunge. Right knee down. Arms up. Hands to the mat, right foot back, high plank. Shift forward, knees, chin, chest. Cobra, take a breath. Down dog, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees and look at your hands. Jump to your thumbs. Flat back. Fold. Big toes together. Heels apart. Stand up. Arms up. Utkatasana, bend your knees. Arms forward, palms face the ground. Spread out your toes. Spread out the bones in the balls of your feet. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Lift your heels. Squeeze your knees together and breathe. 3, 2, heels down, fold forward, breathe out. Flat back, filling up. Step into high push-up. Shift forward, look forward. Low plank, stop halfway down. Upward dog, straightening your arms. Don't hold your breath. Lift your knees off the mat. Roll over your toes and back to down dog. Right leg up to the ceiling. This time, no bend in the knee. Reach with your toes. Bring your right knee to your nose and round your back like we did in cat pose. Place your foot between your thumbs. Put your left knee down and lift your arms up. Hands together at your chest. Pause and take a breath. Twist to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Pull your right shoulder back. Bend your right knee as deep as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right? Feel that breath moving in your belly, not your chest. Feel like you're massaging your guts like a kitchen sponge. You're squeezing it to rinse it out and then sucking new blood in. Warrior 2. Turn your left toes out. Reach your arms front to back. Push towards your pinky toes to turn your thigh bones away from the middle of your hips. Now hold your belly in, just like you did when we were sitting, so you feel your breath in your ribs and your chest. Flip your front palm and reverse your warrior. Right arm up, left arm down, or right hand behind your head, left arm around your lower back. Sink a little deeper. Exhale into side angle. Keep your right knee over your ankle. Continue to push back with your left foot. Use your left obliques, the muscles between your ribs. Hold the ribs together. Hold the spine in a straight line. That's it. Good. Sink a little lower if you can. And then straighten your right leg. Push down with your big toe and turn your right thigh bone now in towards the middle, right? In. And the left is still turning out, right? So, pushing down with the right big toe and the left pinky toe. See if you can separate your feet more. See if you can lower your chest without bending your spine. Yep, good. Nice adjustments. Every little bit makes a difference. Push down with both feet and stand up. Turn your right toes in. Pigeon toe your feet a little bit. Hands on your hips. Pull your elbows together, press your hips forward. Relax your head back. Take a deep breath. Push your bum back and fold forward, leading with your chest. Bring your hands to the floor. Bend your knees and come up to a flat back. Reach out and grab hold of your ankles or your feet. Straighten your legs and pull your head toward the floor. Then sit back into your heels just a little so that it's even in your feet, front to back. You can stay here, or you can lean forward until your head's on the floor. And then you can come up to the tips of your big toes. And then maybe lift your toes. And if you can lift your toes, then maybe take your legs up to a headstand. Bring your big toes back to the floor. Lift your head. Come back to your flat back. Walk your hands toward your right foot and turn toward the front of your mat. Pull your chest forward and take a breath in. Step back to downward dog and breathe out. Inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale. Good. Left leg up. Left foot lunge. Yep, that's right. Round the back. Good job. Place your right knee down and lift your arms up. Hands together at your chest. Focus and draw a breath. Twist to the left. Now, use the leverage. Push your left hand into your right hand, which in turn pushes your right elbow into your leg. And all that strength then pulls your left shoulder back. Now bend your left knee as deep as you can, deepening the bottom end of the twist in front of the right hip, and work the breath in the belly. Massage the organs. Massage the intestines. Anything's blocked, but more importantly, we make 3 million new cells every minute. We want those to go into the gut right now. Warrior 2. Align your physical body to the best of your ability. And then feel the energy flowing like water in your energy body under the surface. Any one of your joints might be giving resistance to that flow of energy. Loosen those choke points so it flows more freely. Right? The energy follows the awareness. Right? So where you put your awareness, that's where the energy flows. In your physical body, yes. Flip your front palm and reverse it. Think of mind and energy like horse and rider. Energy is the horse, mind is the rider. Mind has the reins, it tells the energy where to go. Exhale into side angle. Right? So arrive, focus, feel, adjust. Once you've broken through the points of tension with awareness, spread the awareness to encompass the whole body. Right? So the parts where you're strained, they're going to grab the awareness, right? Focus here, I need the energy. But then ask yourself, where am I unaware? Because there's no energy there. Right? Straighten your left leg into triangle. Go as low as you can without bending, keeping long pipelines of energy flowing out through the extremities, all the way into the fingers and toes. Push down with both feet and stand up. Turn your left toes in, hands on your hips. Elbows in, hips forward, lift your chin. Take the breath in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Hands to the mat. Come up to a flat back. Okay. Now, right now, I can take my hands off the ground and nothing happens, see? Right. I want you to move your hands out here so that you're actually using them, right? Like if I take my hands off the floor now, I'm going to fall on my face, right? I'm still using my legs, but I'm using my arms too, okay? Now, use your legs to push your bum back and pull the top of your head forward, getting as long and as straight as you can, and then reach up with your right hand. That's it. Pull your head forward like you're doing flat back. Yeah, that little bit makes all the difference. 3, 2. Now, try to keep your chest up high. Don't dip forward. Bring your right hand down. Take your left arm up. Just like that. Nicely done, everyone. Bring your left hand down. Walk both hands towards your left foot. Turn toward the front of your mat. Lower your hips, pull your chest forward, and take the breath in. Step back to down dog and breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. Now, look up here real quick. Okay? We're going to walk our hands back to standing split. But you see how with every step, I'm straightening my arm and using my upper back muscles? Right? So try to avoid just shuffling back as fast as you can, right? And actually take each one of those steps, right? Take your right leg up and step it back. One straight elbow at a time. All the way till all of your balance is in your left leg. Okay, now, move your right hand forward just a little bit so that you can lean into it without falling forward. And wrap your left arm around your left calf. And you really try to hug it. Squeeze your upper body and your leg together. Good. Bring your right knee into your chest. And then slowly curl up to standing. Find your balance. Take a breath. Take one small step toward the front of your mat and come into dancer. Grab your left foot and reach your right arm forward. Reach for where the ceiling meets the front wall and kick to where the ceiling meets the back wall. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Find your balance. Take a breath. Take one more step forward and come into airplane. Bring your right knee in and stand back up. Take a breath. Take one more step and come into tree. Place your left foot against your right leg. Hands at your heart or anywhere else you want them to be. Hands to heart, feet to ground. Take the breath in. Exhale your arms down. Inhale your arms up. Bow forward and breathe out. Flat back. High plank. Forward. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg up to the ceiling. Walk back to standing split. left knee into your chest. Roll up to standing and take a deep breath. Step. Dancer. Right knee up. Take a breath in. Step. Airplane. Left knee up. Stand up. Step. Tree. Right foot above or below your left knee. Hands at your heart or anywhere else you want them to be. Hands to heart, feet to ground. Take the breath in and let your arms down. Arms up. Bow forward and breathe out. Flat back, breathe in. Step into high plank. And come all the way down to the ground. Lay down. Bring your arms down by your side. Turn your head to the left. Rest. And while you rest, let's talk about Samskara. Samskara means mental impressions, or maybe just impressions. Or maybe a better way for you to think of it would be habits. Everything we do and experience imprints into the mental body. This is samskara. The more we repeat an action and behavior, the deeper the groove gets. The image I've always had in my mind about samskara, turn your head to the other side. Think of an old-fashioned dirt road when people used to use horse and carriage. Well, the wheels of that carriage would ride along the dirt road and carve a groove into it. And after a while, after cart after cart after cart goes over the road, it becomes a hump, a groove, a hump, and a groove. And once the road gets to that state of affairs, it's much easier for the next cart coming along to once again drive through the groove than it would be to pull those wooden wheels out of the grooves and drive on the humps and carve a new groove. And that's essentially what we have to do anytime we want to carve a new pattern of behavior, if we work at it from the physical, which is how we tend to go about attacking our problems. Reach your right arm out to the right. Turn your head to the left and roll to the right. These layers of your being are an integrated system. And things flow in both directions. So yes, I'm sure at this point you've all experienced how exercise can relieve stress in the physical body, which then translates into less tension in the mental body. Right? But that's going from the most gross to more subtle. Roll back to center and take it over onto your left shoulder. What's subtle has more power over what's more dense. So maybe you've experienced how maybe you came into a yoga class one time and you moved your body and you breathed, and so your physical body and your energetic body were all nice and calmed down, and so you were in a nice peaceful mental state. And as soon as you left class, you walked out and maybe you saw that there was a big dent in your car that wasn't there before. Or maybe there was a text message on your phone that you didn't really want to see. Whatever the stimulation was, your mental body went right back to its state of tension. And so then your energy body and your physical body followed along, and before you know it, you're right back to where you were before the class. Roll back to center. Bring your arms down. Press your palms into the ground. Lift into locust. Lift your chest, lift your thighs. Reach with your toes. Press forward with the top of your head. Extend. Get as long as you can. Lay back down. It's in the bliss body where Samskara from the mental body gets carried from one life into the next, if you believe the yogis. But it's also in this bliss body where we're in the most subtle as the witness. If we can make changes at this fundamental layer of our being, it will change the whole of the organism, all the way up to the physical state. Bend your knees. Grab hold of your ankles or your feet. Look forward. Push up with your big toes. Lift your chest, lift your thighs. Lower yourself back down and swish your feet from side to side. Let's take something like health. If we have a particular condition or illness, we think on some level that it needs to be difficult to heal ourselves, that we need the right medicine or we need the right treatment. But it's a well-known thing in medical science that the body, if convinced that it has everything that it needs to heal, it will heal itself. We call it the placebo effect. What else is this except a programming at our most fundamental level that healing will be achieved? Isn't it just like putting the awareness on the tension in your physical body and telling the energy to flow to that place to heal it? Isn't it the same as putting your awareness on being healthy? And so the prana body works at healing you? Place your hands under your shoulders and push up to your hands and your knees. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. How many times a day are there these little impressions in our mind that limit our experience of our existence by telling us things like, I can't do that, I'm not bold enough. I can't do that, I'm not that kind of person. I can't do that, I'm not strong enough. I can't do that, I'm too old. Or any other number of limiting samskaras that are built into telling us what we can and can't do. Bring your right hand down, bring your left knee down. Wiggle side to side, maybe a cat and a cow, get everything back to feeling neutral. Extend your left arm forward and your right leg back. Every single one of us is a unique expression of the divine. There's never been anything wrong with you. You've always been whole. But there's all this stuff that moves us away from our inherent divine nature. We spend a tremendous amount of our energy trying to make sure that other people like us or see us in a certain way. Bring it down. Wiggle side to side. Move your spine up and down. Lie down onto your back. Have you ever, on your yoga mat, done something that you didn't think you were capable of and thought to yourself, holy shit, I did it? Well, that should lead you to thinking to yourself, what else can I do that I didn't think that I could do? Lift your hips into bridge. You know how when we jump to the front of the mat from downward dog, how we always say, take a deep breath in, bend your knees, look front, and jump your feet to your thumbs, right? That's usually how it goes. Well, I'll never forget the day I was in class, and my teacher said, take a deep breath, bend your knees, look front, and instead of jump your feet to the thumbs, he just said, jump into a handstand. And because he said it the same way, with the same kind of command that he told me to jump my feet forward, my brain didn't have time to get in the way and overthink it and tell me that I couldn't do it. I just jumped. And the next thing I knew, I was in a handstand. And I thought to myself, holy shit, I just did it. And then my brain got in the way and I fell out of it. Lower your hips down. when we're young, we surprise ourselves all the time. The older we get, the more novel of an experience it is to be surprised by our own abilities. But that surprise rewires the samskaras in our mind. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, right? What fires together wires together. And so we need new patterns. We need to pull that cart out of the rut and carve new lines. Place your hands beside your head. Palms flat, fingers pointed at your shoulders. Separate your hands as much as you can. Give yourself a good wide base. And then hug your elbows in so your forearms look parallel in your peripheral vision. Lift your hips up like bridge and stop. Pressing your hands into the floor will stretch your wrist and build up the muscles in your shoulders and your chest. And eventually they'll get strong enough that your shoulders and your head will lift into wheel. Don't feel like you got to rush to that end, right? Forcing doesn't make us progress faster. Forcing makes us break, causes injury, takes us further away from our goal. Lower yourself back down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees go out wide. One of the things I've always loved so much about yoga is yoga doesn't say, believe this, trust me. Yoga says, try it. See what happens. None of these teachings should ever be just accepted as truth by you. They should be held into the fire of your scrutiny. But you have to be willing to try. Right? The other side of that coin is you don't want to just accept them, but you don't want to just dismiss it either. There's been so many things in this practice that I've read, and I thought to myself, that's got to be bullshit. But then I tried, and it works. Bring your knees together. Bring your knees into your chest. Make some circles around your tailbone. Reverse directions and make some more. Center it out. Bring your head to your knees. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Squeeze yourself into a ball. And then come into plow. Put your head down. Pull your feet up over your head. Make your legs as straight as you can. Take your hands around to your low back and take your legs up to shoulder stand. Bend your knees into your chest. Carefully lower your spine back to the ground. Extend your legs out as well. Legs together, point your toes, palms up against the sides of your thighs. Fish pose. Lift your breastbone up and tip your head back, putting the crown of your head on the mat. Shoulder blades together, tops of the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the mouth closed. Lay back down. Bring your right knee into your chest and twist to the left. Think many of us are finding many things about what we call the world, but what we mean is culture and society, to be very disappointing and frustrating these days. Come to center. Switch legs. Twist the other way. When we examine our bloodstreams under a microscope, we see there's one hell of a fight going on. All sorts of microorganisms are chewing each other up. And if we got overly fascinated with our view of our own bloodstreams in the microscope, we should start taking sides, which would be fatal. Because the health of our organism depends on the continuance of this battle, what is, in other words, conflict at one level of magnification, is harmony at another level of magnification. Now, could it possibly be then that we, with all our problems, conflicts, neuroses, sicknesses, political outrages, wars, tortures, and everything that goes on in human life, are a state of conflict which can be seen in a large perspective as a situation of harmony? Come back to center. Give your knees one more good squeeze into your chest. Lay yourself out into Shavasana, the corpse pose. Legs straight, arms by your side. Close your eyes. The strong man holds in a living blend strongly marked opposites. Not ordinarily do men achieve this balance of opposites. The idealistic are not usually realistic, and the realists are not usually idealistic. The militant are not generally known to be passive, nor the passive to be militant. Seldom are the humble self-assertive, or the self-assertive humble. But life, at its best, is a creative synthesis of opposites and fruitful harmony. Surely you've been in a yoga class at some point where the teacher told you to set an intention for your practice. In yoga, we call that Culpa. Culpa translates more like resolve, but I think intention gets the point across better. Right? When you feel your elbow, you're set an intention for the energy to flow to your elbow. Right? We want to move past our physical body by being completely still. And after a few minutes of inactivity, the energy body will calm down because the physical body isn't sending all that electrical impulse and sensation to the brain. And once all that electrical activity in the energy body calms down, the mental body gets quieter because there's not all that information to interpret. The intellectual body gets quieter and there's not so much chatter in the head. And then we're left with the witness, the watcher. And it's here at this fundamental layer of our existence where we want to set our intention. Think of it like putting a new line of code into your program. And once you do, it's going to change the whole organism from the most subtle to the most gross. Your intention should be spun in a positive way, not to create more inner conflict. Right? So if you've been struggling with anger, don't tell yourself not to be angry. That's just creating a conflict with how you feel. Set your intention by saying, I am happy. And the energy will work towards making you happy. Tell yourself, I am healthy. Or I am whole. Or I am at peace with the world as it is. Any of these are good suggestions, but it could be anything that you want, and it should be personal. Come still. Get quiet. And then remember your intention. And then relax. And let it do the rest. Because the energy body is just as intelligent. It knows what to do. I found this little bit of code, and I find it to be quite well stated intention. So, in your head, repeat after me. I am healing and growing. No matter the season, no matter the weather. I know that ultimately my lessons and blessings are helping me to become even more me. I do not rush my growth or healing. And know that just like the sun, moon, flowers, and trees, we all grow and move in our own time. So, I slow down, I feel, I breathe, I heal, I grow, I become. Take the breath in through your nose. And let it out your mouth. Move your fingers and your toes. Take your arms above your head and bend your knees. Roll to your left and put the center of your forehead on the floor. Push yourself up to sitting and turn towards me. Sit up tall. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. And if you'd like, repeat after me out loud. Om Shri Bhagavate Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. With respect, I bow to you.